I'm Madison Lowry, and I'm going to be talking to you about mini conferences in the math classroom. So there's one thing that math teachers do really well, and that's not giving our students a bunch of written feedback on their exams and assignments, because I think we know as math teachers that that kind of written feedback is really impersonal, it's usually confusing, and honestly a lot of our students aren't even going to read it that closely or remember it for next time. But where we fall short in the math classroom is that we don't supplement our instruction with a lot of verbal feedback. We may think we do this by giving small amounts of praise to our students when they participate in very small class discussions or in our lectures by offering examples or answers, but really this just doesn't cut it. So what I'm proposing instead is that we hold mini conferences with our students each day. Now I know that you're probably thinking, is there really time for that? Daily conferences with all of our students, is that even worth it? But I assure you there's plenty of time to do it, so let me break it down for you. A good mini conference will last anywhere between 30 seconds and 3 minutes. So even if we only devote 30 minutes of our class time to independent and guided practice each day, that means we're still going to be meeting with at least 10 students a day if we spend the maximum amount of 3 minutes per student. But we'll probably end up meeting with way more. So what that means is that even if we have a huge class of 30 students, it's only going to take us 3 days to meet with all of our students at least once. And in a 5-day week that we have, that means we're going to be meeting with at least 50 of our students. So if we're meeting with 50 students per class, that means that we've met with all of our students at least once and probably most of our students multiple times. So this is a very achievable and doable thing in our classroom. So what exactly is a mini conference? It's basically just a very informal meeting with our students where we meet them wherever they're working during independent or guided practice time. So you get down at shoulder level or eye level with your students while they're working at their desks or in small groups. And the goal of mini conferences is really just to have an open conversation with our students about the math that they're working on. So my favorite things to start with are, hey Hannah, how's it going? Or, hey Matt, what are you working on? There's lots of different types of mini conferences, and as teachers we have to make a snap decision on where this conference is going to take us, because remember it's only going to last at maximum 3 minutes. So one of the types of conferences we can do is a motivating conference. In motivating conferences, one of the best things we can do is to encourage our students by pointing out the strategies that they've been using in their math that they might not even be aware of. So we could say something like, hey Steve, I see that you've underlined all these things in the story problem. That shows me that you really understand what the important parts are of this problem. Or it could say something like, hey Jenna, it looks like in these other problems you've gone back and plugged your answer back into the original problem. That shows me that you really care about getting the right answer, and it's a really smart thing that a lot of mathematicians do. Another type of conference we can hold with our students is called a goal-setting conference. And these can be really, really short-term goals, such as bringing completed homework to class the next day, or making it a goal to participate in discussion the following week. Those are just some of my favorite conferences to have with students, but there's lots of other kinds. We can also have a conference where we do a skill assessment, we can help our students problem solve whatever they're working on. We can also have a recheck conference, and those are really valuable because we can go back and see how they've been meeting the goals that we've set. Ultimately, I value verbal feedback over written feedback in the classroom. We may think we do this enough in our classrooms when we praise students for minor contributions during our lectures, but really there's something so special and meaningful about being shoulder to shoulder or at eye level, working one-on-one with our students. I think it says that we care. And to do anything with a class, I think that our students need to trust that we care about their success above all other things. Good luck with your future mini conferences!